Okay, today under electrolysis, I'll be going through the electrolysis of dilute copper 2 sulfate solution using reactive copper electrodes. The electrolysis of copper 2 sulfate using copper electrodes allows for the extraction of pure copper from impure copper anode onto a pure copper cathode. This is also known as the purification of impure copper. So there are 5 steps in total. So step 1 is to identify the ions present. So the ions present are Cu2 plus, SO4 2 minus, H plus, and OH minus. Why OH minus and H plus? Because in the dilute solutions, ions of both ionic compound and water are present. Step 2. Determine the species of each electrode, including reactive electrodes. As an electrode is a reactive metal, copper must be also considered as a species that can be discharged. So at the cathode, the species are Cu2 plus, H plus, and Cu. And the species at the anode are SO4 2 minus, OH minus, Cu, and impurities. Do note that Cu and Cu2 plus are separate species. The third step, determine which species are selectively discharged. Anode is where oxidation occurs. As metals tend to lose electrons, Cu is the species that is most easily oxidized. Cu will be thus preferentially discharged. And this is the anode half equation. Cathode is where reduction occurs. Due to its position on the reactivity series, Cu2 plus is preferentially discharged ahead of H plus. And the cathode half equation is over here. The next step, state the observations at each electrode. For cathode, the copper cathode grows in size, reddish-brown solid deposited on surface of the cathode. And for anode, the copper anode shrinks in size, impurities are removed and left below the anode as anode sludge. The last step is to observe any changes to pH or color intensity. And this is for concentrated/colored solutions. When observing changes to color intensity, note the change in concentration of Cu2 plus ions. And this is the source of the color intensity. So in the above example, Cu2 plus ions are discharged from and reintroduced into the solution. Therefore, there is no change in the concentration of Cu2 plus ions. And therefore, there is no change in the color intensity. And that is 2 minutes of chemistry. See you next time.